I had two major financial goals that I set for myself this year. The first one being to save $10K in my emergency fund, which I've done already. The young kids would say, clock it. That's my new favorite thing. The second thing is to get a year ahead of my subscriptions. I want to be able to pay my subscriptions annually instead of monthly. So I'm working on that goal right now. And in today's video, we're going to do a quick check-in to see where I am, how much longer I have before I reach my goals, and we're going to see how much I saved. Comment down below, let me know if you guys are working towards the same thing, if you're working towards getting a year ahead of your subscriptions, or if you've already gotten a year ahead of your subscriptions and you pay them annually. Let me know down in the comments below. And how do you feel? Are you still working towards that? And with that being said, let's do this quick check-in right now. All right, come on in. Welcome to the channel, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, my name is Chris. This is Budgeting Just Because, where we talk all things budgeting related, financial growth, financial freedom, all of the things to help you save money and to get out of debt. And one of those things, like I said at the title of this video, is I'm working on paying my subscriptions annually. Now, those subscriptions I'm referring to deals with my business and any subscriptions I use as far as my YouTube channel and my content creation. The reason behind all this, if you're wondering, why do you want to pay your subscriptions annually? Well, the reason I wanted to do this and accomplish this goal is because I just want to get ahead of my finances wherever I can. I like setting goals. I like to be in charge of my finances, if you will, and paying them monthly. First of all, it costs more. If you ever look at it, it costs more to pay monthly than annually. But then also, it gives me peace of mind knowing I've paid for something in advance and I don't have to worry about it. And I've done that with one of my subscriptions before. That was my Canva subscription last year. And I think that's what really triggered me to do it for the rest of my subscriptions, because once you pay something for the year, it is done. And now I'm saving for the next year that's coming up, or the year after that. So those are just a few reasons why I wanted to challenge myself with this. So let me grab my subscriptions. Let me show you guys what my subscriptions are and how far I've gotten. Okay, so here's a list of my subscriptions here. Hold on, I need my calculator. Okay, forgot my calculator. All right, so here are my subscriptions. This is how I have them broken down here. I have them categorized by any subscriptions I use towards YouTube, and then any that I use towards my business here. That's what I'm paying towards. And this is my subscription tracker. If anyone is interested in this tracker, it is on my Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is in my description box. You can go grab it. It's a freebie. Let me write the month in here because this is for May. We're doing the update for May. All right, so let's take a look at my YouTube subscriptions first and see where I am. We have CapCut here, and CapCut is my editing software that I use to edit my videos, these fine videos that you watch me upload every Sunday. So if you wouldn't mind to give me a little like on this video, let me know how I'm doing. That's $80 a year. It auto renews in November, and I've already covered this. So I don't have to worry about paying that. That is done. StreamYard is the software that I use to do my live videos every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central. If you haven't joined us for a live, please make sure you do. Now, some of these auto-renew dates I just set for September because this is when I started the challenge for myself. So StreamYard, my goal is to have this paid by September 2025. And then lastly, my YouTube Premium. It's $420 a year. I don't think I say how much StreamYard is. StreamYard is $552 a year. I plan to have that paid off September 2025. And YouTube Premium is $420 a year. And I plan on having that paid September 2025. So let's count and see how much this total is here. Okay, plus 552 plus 420. Okay, so these three subscriptions alone is $1,052 a year. So I'm just going to write that there. Again, I've already paid the 80. So minus 80. So now I need 972. So let's move this over to the side. So let me grab my YouTube binder. Let's count and see how much I've saved so far towards these and how much more I need by September. Okay, here is my YouTube binder here. And I have a sinking fund called subscriptions. All right, let's just see how much I've saved in here and what I'm going to allocate towards each one and how much I have remaining. So in subscriptions, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 720, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 825, 830. So we have $830 in subscriptions. Okay, so we have 830. I've already calculated. We have $80 for CapCut. So that's done. That leaves us with $750. $750. So now what we'll do is apply the next amount to StreamYard. And if I do minus 552, okay, so we have $198. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So StreamYard is taken care of too. Wow, you guys, I haven't done this update in a while. Look at this. Okay, so StreamYard is taken care of. Okay, now the remaining amount is $198. We're going to apply that towards YouTube Premium. So we have $198 left. So what that means is 420 minus 198. So that means I have $222 to apply towards my YouTube Premium, and then I will be all set. And I think I can definitely do that by September. I cashed up these, by the way, with my YouTube paychecks. So my YouTube paychecks covers these subscriptions. So we have May, June, July, August, September. That's 5 months. 222 divided by 5. Oh, that's definitely doable. That means I need to save at least $45 a month in this envelope. So that is awesome. We are almost there. See how easy that is, you guys? If you're thinking of getting a year ahead of your subscriptions, look at that. I'm almost there. Okay, so now let's get into those subscriptions that pertains to my business, and let's see where we are with those. So what we want to do now, let's go through. I may be close with this one too. Let's go through and see what's already paid. So I have Genius Link. Genius Link is a great website. If anyone is interested, I have the description link. I have the link in my description box below. This is something that I use, especially over on Instagram. If I want to share my YouTube video out, or if I want to share anything out and have someone click directly to go to YouTube. So for instance, if you're on Instagram and you just put a link to your YouTube video, you have to sign in basically. And then you have to come back and sign into Instagram. But with Genius Link, it'll take you right to the video. You won't have to sign in if you're automatically signed into your YouTube. You won't have to do all of that. And then once you're finished with the video, it'll bring you right back where you were for Instagram. Just a convenience. I really enjoy it. So that's $72 a year. My Microsoft storage is $96 a year. Now I've already met these two goals. Canva is $120 a year. It's due in July. I've already met that goal. And then my PO box is $150 a year to keep a PO box. And that is for one of the smallest boxes, by the way, but it's a necessity. It renews the 26th of every year, and I've already met that goal. So let's add this up and let's see what our total is for these subscriptions. Okay, so this total for these is $1146, and I've already met 4 of them, so let's see what we got here. All right, so first things first, P.O. boxes first. So let's see how much we've gotten in our P.O. box. I said I've met it. Let's double check it. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. Here's the 150 for the P.O. box for January 26th. So that is complete. So now what I'll do is start saving for the next year. You see how that works? All right, let's get Canva. Canva, I know I've met that too. Here's Canva right here. Canva has a lot of 5s in it. All right, so Canva is $120 a year. It's due July 2025. So let's see, we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20. So we have our $120 that's due in July. And then this $5 here is going to start saving for the new year. Now, these are all in my subscription binder, the next 4. Genius Link is $72 a year. My Microsoft storage on my computer is $96 a year. HP Print, this is the service that I use for my printing and to get my ink cartridges for HP. I have an HP printer, so it sends me my cartridges. I never have to go out and buy cartridges for my printer, which is, I enjoy that so much. It knows when I'm low. It mails the cartridges out to me. It's the best investment ever. And then my Shopify, this is what I use for my shop. So if you're thinking about starting a Shopify, it is a monthly fee for that. But again, I'm trying to get ahead of that. And that is $516 a year is what it totals out to be. So let's see. Oh, I didn't put, hold on. Amount saved 120 with Canva. That's complete. Okay, so now this right here, the money in my subscription envelope will cover these 4. So let's see how much we got. Here's subscriptions. Okay. All right, let's see how much is in here. All right, so that's 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 620, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 685. Okay, so we've saved so far 685. And again, this money goes towards 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. So let's see how much these 4 are. So if I have 685 minus Genius Link is 72, that's covered, done. Minus Microsoft Storage, that's 96, that leaves 517. HP Print is 192. All right, so HP Print is done for the year. So I'm gonna put 192 because we had enough to cover that. I'm gonna put my check mark. So now the only thing I'm working towards in this envelope is Shopify because everything else, look at me go. Okay, that was... Okay, that was the happy dance. All right, so that leaves Shopify left, 516 is Shopify, and I have 325 left. So I'm gonna write the amount I have saved for Shopify is 325. So 516 minus 325, I have $191 left to save for September. And again, how many months is that? May, June, July, August, September, 5 months. So 191 divided by 5, that's 38. Let's just round it to $40 a month for the next 5 months. So I am almost there, you guys. I am well on my way for getting a year ahead of these subscriptions. I'm so happy I decided to do this because the peace of mind when you pay these a year ahead, it's just something about it. Comment down below if you guys know what I'm talking about. There's no greater feeling than getting ahead of your bills and your finances. So let's talk about how I got to this point. Let's talk about if you're thinking about getting ahead, how you can get started. And how I got started, the first thing I did when I got serious about getting ahead is you have to go through all of your bank statements or whatever you have your subscriptions on now. If that's a credit card, a debit card, whatever it is, you have to go through each one of your statements and look at when your monthly payments are due. So that's what I did with mine. I just wrote them all down on a sheet of paper. I wrote down the amount and I wrote down when they get charged every month. Then I went to the website to see, okay, how much is it if I pay annually? Like for instance, with my Canva. My Canva is $120 a year. But if you pay for Canva monthly, I believe it's $12.99 a month. And times 12 months, that's $155.88. So by paying it annually, I'm saving $35.88. Now that may not seem like a lot to you, but to save an extra $35, $36 for the year, that money can go elsewhere. That's a huge savings. So now the next thing you want to do is create a subscription sinking fund. Now, whatever that may mean to you, that is totally up to you on how you want to track that. I made sinking fund envelopes, like I said, out of my YouTube binder, out of my business binder, because I knew that was how I wanted to allocate the money to both of them. You can do it digitally. I know sometimes you guys have, you use the Ally banking account where you can have buckets. You can do it that way. You can write it down on a piece of paper. However you want to do it, you can track it on an Excel spreadsheet. However you want to do it, this was the best way for me. Since I was cash stuffing my sinking funds, I decided to go ahead and make a new category called subscriptions to help me get ahead. And I make sure it's one of my priorities. So I make sure it's cash stuffed first, or it gets the most out of the cash stuffing that I do every month. Another way to get ahead, if you're trying to get ahead of these subscriptions, you can start by trying to get ahead of all of them at once. You can try one at a time. Like I said, when I first did this, I started with my Canva. Before I even did subscriptions as a whole, I started with Canva first. And I said, let me see if I can, surely I can save $120 for the year. And that's what started the rest of this. I got the bug after I was able to pay this the last year. So I said, if I can do this, I'm going to do it with the rest of my subscriptions. So then I started doing it with my post office box. And then I was like, let me just create this and get it done for the rest of them. So it takes time, but it takes planning. And if you plan properly, you will definitely be able to do it. And then as always with anything else, as you're writing out your budget, see how much extra money you can apply towards it. See how much it will be, you know, $120 for the year. How much is that by 12 months? $10 a month. So see if you can fit in, if your subscription is $120 a year, see if you can fit in $10 a month to save, because it is really the best goal, the best feeling, and I cannot wait. I am almost there. All right, you guys, so that is my video today. I wanted to do a quick check-in of my subscriptions to see where I was. I knew I was kind of close, but I didn't know how close. And oh my God, you guys, again, it is just a great feeling. Like I said, I had 2 major financial goals for this year. One of them was to get my emergency fund at 10K, and the second is to accomplish just paying my subscriptions ahead for the year, and I am almost there. And it just goes to show, when you set goals and you work towards them, it is a great accomplishment. It gets you motivated to do other things. So again, if your goal is not to get ahead of your subscriptions, if it's to get a month ahead of your bills, let's say, do it. You can absolutely do it, but you can't do it without a plan. Just remember that. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you click that like button. Please make sure you click that subscription button, and I will see you guys back here next week. Bye. Happy Mother's Day.